shores of Morro Bay. Penelope and her family took a yearly vacation to Morro Bay, California each summer, and this year was no different. The family always looked forward to this magical time filled with sunshine, relaxation, and beach adventures. This summer's journey to Morro Bay was bursting with extra magic because this year was the first time Grandma Juniper would be coming along. It was going to be a trip filled with enchantment, laughter, and cherished memories. The day finally arrived for their departure to the salty shore of Morro Bay. Their drive was like a journey through a storybook. Tall trees waved hello, colorful poppies danced in the breeze, and the ocean shimmered like a million diamonds floating on the waves. They arrived at their cozy lodgings and unpacked, then set out to explore the fishing village of Morro Bay. Every corner held a new surprise, from little shops filled with trinkets to friendly seabirds swooping overhead. Penelope's excitement grew as she walked along the Embarcadero with her family. Grandma Juniper pointed out towards the harbor where fishing boats were unloading their daily catch of fresh fish. It was a sight to see. Penelope's first stop was at the shell shop. It was overflowing with shells of every color and shape. With a huge smile on her face, she carefully selected her favorites, shells that shimmered like mermaid scales and spiraled shells that looked like fairy tale castles. As they wandered further down the Embarcadero, Penelope and her family stopped for their special lunchtime tradition of freshly prepared fish and chips. The crispy, golden fish and chips were like bites of sunshine, filling their tummies with pure delight. As they sat outside enjoying their yummy lunch, Penelope noticed that a group of people had gathered around the edge of the dock. There, to her amusement, were a bunch of sea otters floating on their backs. Grandma Juniper joined Penelope and explained to her that a group of otters is called a raft. The mommy otters stay with their little pups for about 8 months, teaching them how to forage for food. Penelope fell in love with these furry whiskered creatures of the sea. She didn't want to leave them, but knew that the day had to continue. Penelope spotted some beautiful kites in the air as she was watching the seagulls fly in circles above the harbor. Suddenly, Penelope heard the joyful barks of sea lions. Penelope the Precocious, which that she is, rushed to the railing, where a magical sight awaited her. 8 friendly sea lions were gracefully swimming in the harbor, their sleek bodies shimmering in the sunlight. Some of the sea lions were on a floating dock, where they lounged like kings and queens of the sea, basking in the warmth and sharing their playful spirit with everyone around. Morro Bay glowed with magic as the sun dipped below the horizon, turning the sky into a swirl of pink and orange cotton candy. The night was filled with the whispers of ocean waves, putting them all to sleep like a lullaby. Their dreams were filled with visions of mermaids, friendly sea lions, adorable furry otters, and hidden treasures. The next morning, as the golden sun rose, Penelope sat in a quiet moment on the balcony of the hotel. Gazing at the ocean, she had an overwhelming feeling of gratitude come over her. She quietly whispered these words: "The universe's gifts are beyond measure, its abundance knows no end. I am filled with overflowing pleasure, for the time with my family, it sends." With that said, she felt ready for the day. The sea air was refreshing, cool and crisp, but also filled with enchantment. Today, they were walking to the Morro Rock. Penelope noticed the boats in the harbor. Some were unloading fish, and some were getting ready to head out to sea. Oh, the stories the fishermen must have, thought Penelope. Grandma Juniper shared stories about the Salinan and Chumash Indian tribes, They have been guardians of this sacred rock for a very long time. As they got closer to the rock, Penelope could feel the energy swirling around her. Penelope could not help but feel connected to the rock's mystical energy. She thought a thank you ritual was the best way to show her appreciation. So, with that, she set out to find a gift from the sea to leave with the rock. With a sense of purpose and determination, she searched the beach for the most beautiful shells and rocks. As beautiful as they all were, nothing seemed quite right. Out of the corner of Penelope's eye, she spotted the most perfect sand dollar she had ever seen. She knew right then that was the gift she would give to the colossal Morro Rock. She made her way towards the gigantic rock, determined to find the perfect spot to show her gratitude. After a careful search, she found a spot full of colorful wildflowers. She carefully placed the treasure she found at the base of the rock. Closing her eyes, she took a deep breath, feeling the energy of the rock dance around her. With thankfulness filling her soul, she spoke to the sacred rock, sharing her appreciation for its beauty and wisdom. Morro Rock, with mystic might, stands sentinel through day and night. Waves embrace its rugged form, where magic dances in the storm. Seabirds sing their ancient song, as tides caress, they glide along. In whispers soft, the ocean speaks, Morro Rock, where enchantment peaks. Penelope opened her eyes. She felt the warm sand squish between her toes and the cool sea breeze kiss her cheeks. She felt so happy and content. Penelope skipped over to Grandma Juniper, who was looking for seashells. Penelope threw her arms around Grandma Juniper, both giggling so much it drowned out the sound of the crashing waves on the shore. Hand in hand, they walked along the beach, watching horses trot along the sandy shores. Penelope could not contain her happiness as she exclaimed, "Morro Bay is my favorite place ever, where magic never ends." To all the little witches in the world, may your magic always shine bright. Thank you for watching. The end. Authors Celestial Sisters, Mindy Vieira and Christian Nelson. Goodbye. See you next time.